In this video, we will cover the basics of WebManager, our online marketing platform. WebManager gives you extensive tools and abilities to market your cars on the internet. WebManager can export your vehicles to other sites, post to Craigslist and eBay, as well as control your website. First, go to Settings, Account, Dealership Lots, Edit Lot Details. On this page, you can confirm your dealership information is correct, as well as make any changes, including hours of operation. After editing the lot details, go to Settings, Account, Users. It is important to enter an email address for the admin user in case you need to reset your password. Once an email has been entered, be sure to click Save and Exit at the bottom of the page. On the Users page, you can also click Add New User to add new users. Next, we will go over how to add inventory. In order to add a vehicle manually in WebManager, go to Inventory, Add Vehicle. The Add Vehicle screen is where you can manually add new vehicles to WebManager by simply entering a single VIN or stock number and then clicking on Add Vehicle. This will create a new vehicle of the selected vehicle type, add it to your staging inventory, and take you to the vehicle details screen. If the vehicle type is a passenger vehicle and you entered a valid VIN, WebManager will have decoded the VIN and populated the vehicle, including specifics and features, year, make, model, standard and optional features, etc. Some VINs will have multiple styles available, and the default style selected by the VIN decoder may not match your vehicle. In this case, just select the correct style and click on Save Changes, and the vehicle specifics and features will be updated. On rare occasions, some styles won't display in the Style field. If this is the case, you can manually adjust the vehicle specifics by tapping on the appropriate fields. Vehicles can also be added to your inventory through our mobile app, AutoManager Mobile. To install, go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and search AutoManager Mobile. Once the app is installed, the login page will require your client ID, username, and password. This is the same login you use for WebManager. Any user that is able to log into WebManager can log into the mobile app. To add inventory, from the home screen, tap Add Vehicle. You can either type in the VIN or tap Scan VIN to use your phone's camera to scan the VIN from the car. AutoManager Mobile should be able to decode most of the information about the vehicle if you've entered the VIN correctly. If it doesn't properly decode, make sure you entered the correct VIN, then tap Decode. If it still didn't decode correctly, tap on any field and make the appropriate changes. You can also tap on any field you would like to edit or add information to. You can add new photos to the vehicle by tapping Add Remove Photos. Next, choose whether you'd like to select existing photos from your camera's library, or if you would like to take new ones using your phone's camera. When you're finished adding your vehicle, be sure to tap Save at the bottom of the page. If you are using DeskManager, you can send your vehicles from DeskManager to WebManager. In DeskManager, at the top of the application, go to Tools, WebManager Data Exchange. This will bring up the WebManager Data Exchange window, which lists all your available vehicles under the DeskManager and WebManager headers, respectively. To export vehicles from DeskManager to WebManager, select the vehicles under the DeskManager header, then click the Export button in the upper left. To import vehicles from WebManager into DeskManager, select the vehicles under the WebManager header and click the Import button in the upper right. You have the option to select every vehicle under either header by clicking Select All, or you can choose the arrow next to Select All and choose specific options. For example, you can choose Select All Not in WebManager, then export those vehicles specifically to WebManager. Next, we will cover the inventory sections. It is important to know the purpose of each section and how they are related. Hover over Inventory to view the different sections. The first section is Staging. When vehicles are first added to WebManager from any source, they are put into staging. The purpose of staging is to prepare your vehicles for your website. You can imagine the staging inventory as a dressing room where you can get everything ready before making the vehicle live and visible on your website. You can add photos, edit vehicle information, and adjust pricing. The next inventory section is Live. Once vehicles are live, they will be displayed on your website and can be sent to any export sites you have set up, including posting to Craigslist and eBay. Next is Holding. If there is an issue with a vehicle you have already made live and you want to withhold it from displaying on your website or being exported, you can move it to Holding. When you want to return the vehicle to your live inventory, Holding should be used instead of archiving, since photos and vehicles in your archived inventory will automatically be deleted after some time, depending on your settings. The next section is Sold, which is for all the vehicles you have marked as sold. These vehicles will display as sold on your website and will no longer be exported. The last section is Archived. Vehicles you no longer want to work with should be moved to Archived. Archived vehicles are not displayed on your website and cannot be exported. Photos and vehicles in your archived inventory will automatically be deleted after some time, depending on your settings. Once you have vehicles in WebManager, you will want to view the details and pictures. When you open a vehicle from your inventory, you will see the Vehicle Details page. The Vehicle Details screen contains the fields for entering all the details of your vehicle, which are used in creating the vehicle listings for your website, eBay auctions, and classified sites. The Vehicle Details screen is broken up into several tabs, including Specifics, Valuation, Pricing, Description, Features, Photos, Video, Reports, Exports, eBay, Updates, Notes, Leads, and Tags. You can click on any of the tabs to move to one of the other screens, but if you made any changes to the current screen, you will be prompted to save your changes first. While viewing any tab of the Vehicle Details screen, and while viewing any other screen in WebManager tied to a particular vehicle, the top of the screen will display a brief recap of the vehicle specifics, including thumbnails for the first 3 photos. The Photos tab allows you to upload photos for this vehicle or manage photos that you have already uploaded. To add photos, click on the Upload Photos button. Locate the folder containing the photos you want to upload in the left-hand pane. Select the photos you want to upload. The lower pane will display all the photos you have selected to upload. You can rearrange the photos in the lower pane prior to uploading them, or wait to rearrange them after uploading. To rearrange photos, click and hold on the photo that you want to move and drag it to its new position. You can also rotate, crop, or add descriptions to your photos. Any descriptions you enter will be saved as captions for the photos. When you have selected all of the photos you want to upload and have finished making any changes to them, click Upload. You can select up to 100 photos to upload at one time. If you have already uploaded 100 photos, you will need to delete existing photos to make room for new ones. When you are ready to make vehicles live, you will want to look for any errors and warnings in the staging section. You will see a red or green shield next to each vehicle. You can click the errors and warning links, and WebManager will display what the errors and warnings are. Note that warnings will not prevent a vehicle from being activated, but errors will. To activate a vehicle, check the box to the left of the vehicle, then click the Activate button at the bottom of the screen. Once you activate a vehicle, specific identifying information about the vehicle cannot be edited. The VIN, year, make, and model cannot be edited after activation. If a change needs to be made, you will need to contact support. Next, we will look at imports and exports. Go to Settings, Inventory, Exports. The Exports page contains the sites that WebManager can export your inventory to. At the top of the page are the global settings for all the exports. Here, you may set the pricing value to export, what to include in the descriptions on the export sites, whether to use the web description if no other descriptions are available, and the default description for exports. Click the drop-down to choose how to include this description. Add to the vehicle description so it appears at the end of the vehicle description. Prepend the vehicle description so it appears at the beginning of the vehicle description, or replace with the vehicle description. To add an export site, click the blue Add Export Site button and a list of export sites will open. Click the name of the export site to the left for more information about each export, including setup or authorization instructions and other important notes. Next to each site is a button that says Enable or one that says Request Approval. Sites which do not require sign up with the third-party site will be enabled when the Enable button is clicked. If the site says Request Approval, click the link and we will contact the site to set up the export. The date and time of the request will be displayed when clicked. It is important to note that you must be signed up with the site you want to export to. If an export site requires a dealer ID, it will be provided by the site you are trying to export to. To enter the dealer ID, locate the export site, then click Site Settings and enter the dealer ID in the space provided. Click Save. If you would like to have individual settings for an export site which are different from the global settings at the top of the page, click Site Settings to the right of the export site. These settings are only for the individual export site which was clicked. Here you may change the pricing value to export and whether to use the special price, web description, and/or default description. Also note the times for each export site at the bottom. These are the times this export will be sent out. The Overlay setting lets you choose whether to send photos with overlays to the export site. You may also choose whether to send overlays to the individual export sites. Additionally, you have the option to show the overlay on the first photo only. To disable a third-party export, click Disable Site and it will be removed from the list. Similarly to exports, WebManager can also import data. Go to Settings, Inventory, Imports. Like the Exports page, you can put in your dealer ID from the associated site, and WebManager can then import your inventory. You also have the ability to select the specific sites you want certain vehicles to be exported to. Go to Inventory, Live, Exports. On this page, you can select or unselect specific sites for each vehicle. The green box indicates that the vehicle is set to be exported, whereas the gray boxes indicate that the vehicle is not set to be exported. If you would like to see the history of your exported vehicles, go to Inventory, Export History. This page shows you which vehicles were exported, the times they were exported, and the sites exported to. When you are ready to post to Craigslist, you will first want to look at the Craigslist template. The template can be reached by going to Settings, Inventory, Craigslist Template. The Craigslist template is where you can change how your postings will appear on Craigslist. The template is comprised of several elements and options. You also have the ability to make multiple templates. The Craigslist listing template allows you to change the order the listing elements appear in. You can check the elements you would like to appear on your listing and uncheck the ones you do not want to appear. You can also drag the elements in the order you want them to appear in. Each element has its own settings that can be customized by clicking the settings link. Once you have set up your template, you may preview it using the Preview Listing button. This will allow you to preview the template before actually posting to Craigslist. After you have set up the Craigslist template, you will want to go to Inventory, Live, Auto Posting. You will then see a green link that says Launch Auto Posting Utility. The auto posting utility works on Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, or Internet Explorer. Google Chrome requires a one-time installation of a Click Once Launcher extension, which can be done by clicking the link at the top of the auto posting page. This is to launch the auto posting utility. Once the auto posting utility launches, you will want to look at several settings. At the top of the posting utility, go to Options, Craigslist, Logins. This is where you can input your Craigslist account information. You will need to input your email, password, and phone number. Ignore the last column that says IP address. Next, go back to Options, Craigslist Cities. Here you can select the area you would like to post to. The last step is payment information. Go to Option, Craigslist, Payment Info. Craigslist requires a $5 fee for each posting. You can input your credit card information, and your card will automatically be charged for each posting. After you have set up your login, selected a city, and input payment information, you're ready to start posting. Select any combination of vehicles, then click the green Start Posting button. You may receive an email from Craigslist asking you to confirm this posting. This is normal and is a part of Craigslist guidelines. If you receive this email, please confirm the posting. WebManager also provides a robust set of tools and options to edit and enhance your website. You will first want to purchase a domain name if you do not already have one. A domain name is the name of your website. Please note that AutoManager does not sell domain names, but domain names are easily purchasable from a number of domain registrars. If you do not have a domain name, we recommend using GoDaddy. Click the GoDaddy link to be directed to their website to buy a domain. It is advised not to set up your domain name with your WebManager site until your site is ready to be seen. For help with web design or domain name setup, please contact our web design team. Website editing is a bit more in-depth. If you are watching this video from our help site or on YouTube, please find a link to our website editing tutorials in the description below. This concludes the WebManager walkthrough. If you have any questions or issues, please reach out to our technical support team.